parents just don't know that their kids are using these, and honestly, I don't blame them.
Unless you've been living under a rock for the last 5 to 10 years, you've probably heard about vaping.
A vape, or electronic cigarette, e-cigarette for short, is a handheld battery-powered vaporizer that simulates smoking.
Now, some of these e-cigarettes or vaporizers do look like normal cigarettes, although most of them look like the Underminer's drill from The Incredibles. Behold the Underminer! They all come with a lithium battery, which is usually rechargeable by a USB cord, a container or cartridge to hold the e-liquid, as well as an atomizer to help to heat the liquid into a vapor. Now, how do they work? Basically, the atomizer heats the liquid, often called e-juice, to its boiling point, and that becomes a vapor you can inhale. That is why smoking e-cigarettes is often called vaping. Remember those cool fog machines when you were a kid? It's pretty much the same thing.
So actually, e-cigarette prototypes have been around since the 1960s. They just never were commercially successful until a pharmacist and inventor in 2003 named Hun Lik patented his.
Yes, the award for the first commercially successful vaporizer goes to Hun Lik, a Chinese pharmacist and inventor. The reason that Hun Lik even created this invention was most likely due to his father dying of lung cancer 13 years prior. Lik's invention was of course intended to be an alternative to smoking. Unfortunately, that's not exactly the way it turned out, and even further, Lik didn't really see much financial gain from this since most people stole his invention illegally and created it, well, illegally.
Now, it wasn't actually until around 2007 when these cool, new, and less harmful forms of smoking came to the US marketplace.
Initially, their performance did not meet the expectations of users, and the e-cigarette continued to evolve. In 2007, British entrepreneurs Umar and Tariq Sheikh invented the cartomizer. This is a mechanism that integrates the heating coil into the liquid chamber. They launched this new device in the UK in 2008 under their Gamuchi brand.
Okay, so now that we know pretty much what vaporizers are and where they came from, why, if they've been out for over 10 years, is there a sudden spike in a bunch of illnesses that are related to vaping?
Now, unfortunately, the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, does not exactly know the underlying cause of all these vape-related illnesses. The FDA remains deeply concerned about these respiratory illnesses and deaths, and is working closely with the CDC as well as state and local public health partners to investigate them as quickly as possible. So hopefully we know more really soon.
One thing I noticed seeing a lot was that apparently kids, mostly kids and young adults, have been adding extra ingredients to their vape liquids, which seems like a really bad idea. In fact, since the popularity of vaporizers have gone up so much with teens, that might just be one of the reasons for this rapid growth in hospitalizations. The bottom line is, unfortunately, that many parents just don't know that their kids are using these, and honestly, I don't blame them. Most kids seem to prefer Juuls, and Juuls are a more recent e-cigarette. I'm sure you've heard of them. If not, then I don't know what you've been doing.
Now, the reason I believe most kids do prefer Juuls is because of their fruity flavors and extremely easy concealment. You can hide them without your parents ever knowing, which is one of the reasons why this seems to be such a large epidemic.
Most parents are just unaware that their child is using these things because they don't see it. They don't see them do it, and if they smell anything, pretty much smells like a scented candle. Now, the popularity rise with these in kids is so bad for so many reasons. One of the biggest reasons being that these vaporizers or e-cigarettes are not being used for their original intended purpose. The original reason e-cigarettes were even invented was to help people who are currently addicted to smoking cigarettes slowly work their way off of smoking cigarettes to no longer smoke at all. Instead, not only are people still smoking cigarettes, kids are vaping like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. And a staggering number of adults are smoking cigarettes and vaping. What the f? Now, if you're smoking cigarettes and you do want to quit, vaporizers are not completely out of the question, as long as you use them for their originally intended use, as a device to slowly quit smoking, not as a device to smoke inside without making your apartment smell like shit. Now, if you don't smoke cigarettes, there's literally no reason for you to start vaping except for to ruin your lungs. So don't. And if you're a kid who is currently vaping, you should probably stop, unless you want to be a part of this rapidly growing epidemic. Now, even though the CDC isn't exactly sure what's going on, it is safe to say with everything that is going on that if you own a vape and you use a vape, you should probably put it away and start chewing gum for a while. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this video, then you should like this video. Wait a minute. If you like this video and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe because we post a new video every single week. And hit the like button too, because if you like the video and you're subscribing, you should also hit the like button. Thank you guys, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.